Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological mental health. Nope, we actually bring about pro wrestling related topics, and this is the Wrestling Challenge related series for the um, beginning of 1995, which actually happens to be the um, 1995 edition in the beginning of January, as we have the Wrestling Challenge 1995 series in short dosage. What I mean by that is we only have about 16, 18 of these available, and many of them are abridged. 95 the last year for the program, but you've been with us through the journey of what's available, about 170 or so shows available that are from the run of the program, always hoping they add more, never knowing if they will, but hoping that they do, be it on file sharing sites like YouTube or even on sites like the WWE Network, which they don't necessarily seem all that interested in adding this particular content, although some people believe that there are challenges to their ability to do that. There are 16 of these from 1995, which leaves us with not exactly all that many left. Anyway, we continue to move forward through the beginning of 95 regardless. And this is the 1/1/95 edition. And we kind of move forward into that. Hakushi and Scott Taylor kicking us off. Also, Hakushi manages a couple of hard shots on Taylor. Taylor, of course, not really having a bunch of experience, although ends up becoming a major force. Big dropkick from Hakushi. Hakushi also does the rope walk, kind of like The Undertaker, although he's not nearly as large as The Undertaker. At one point, there was a thought of feuding him with The Undertaker, believe it or not. A lot of people don't believe that because of the size difference, but Vince McMahon was unaware, I guess, when he hired him of the actual size of Hakushi, believing him to be larger for one reason or another. Anyway, we move forward into Hakushi being a guy who is pretty basic and pretty simple. Ultimately, managing to do what he can do, big body slam, and Hakushi managing to um, um, get things going in a positive direction. Does the dive from the top rope and very interesting swanton style maneuver, which for 1995 a pretty big deal. Winning with that maneuver, and then moving us to the next in series of matches here. Shinja with Hakushi. Flunking him along. British Bulldog up next. Chris Avery is his adversary for this particular edition of the program. Simple, and he has not fully moved to the idea of being a main guy yet. Chris Avery, not a guy that has done a ton of jobs just by his body motion. Arm bars, arm locks, and basic stuff from the British Bulldog. Bulldog with the hanging suplex and the power slam, as it were. Bret Hart basically saying he's ready for the Royal Rumble and the winning of the championship belt. Diesel also basically says he's not going to give it up to the Hitman that quickly. Double J is interested in taking out, as the greatest country music star of all time, being the Intercontinental Champion and being the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, taking out none other than Razor Ramon. In order to do that, Undertaker is coming in and saying he's going to get rid of IRS at the Royal Rumble once and for all. Dick Murdoch coming in for a one-off at the Rumble. Mabel going to be in the Rumble. Mo going to be in the Rumble. 123 Kid also, and so many others. Bob Backlund, your former world champion, may even be in there not too long from now. Then we go to King Kong Bundy against Steve King. Steve King, a New England independent standout and student of Walter Killer Kowalski, we have King Kong Bundy, who is willing to take him out and punch, kick, splash in the corner, and splash for a 5 count in the middle of the ring. DiBiase is ultimately the puller of the strings of the $1 Million Corporation and the puller of the strings of Mr. King Kong Bundy, as it were. Then we move to Well Done with Harvey Whippleman against Tim McNeely and Phil Apollo. Didn't know Well Done still remained here in this run here. Well Done, gets some double team maneuvers. They modified stun gun and a roll through there. Harvey Whippleman happy with that. Harvey Whippleman with the company for so long, and Well Done getting a quick victory, the Ultimate Fighting Machine basically doing or Supreme Fighting Machine doing a MMA slash UFC style gimmick, coming back after the failed Papa Shango run here. Lex Luger up next, still doing babyface singles work. Reno Riggins, his opponent here. Punch, kick, and steps outside of Riggins. Hip tosses and arm locks, and the power slam and the torture rack. Bob Backlund up next, basically saying he is going to be the world champion again and also run for president of the United States. Bob Backlund having a lot of difficulty with his mental faculties here, going a little crazy after losing the championship in November so quickly. Duke the Dumpster Droese against Charlie Hunter. Charlie Hunter, a relative newcomer and an enhancement talent that doesn't last very long. But Droese with a couple of body slams and the trash compactor tilt-a-whirl slam, getting him a victory there. We will go next, and 1, 2, 3, off we go.